right, man. Getting excited. Episode 3. This is the culmination of our efforts here, Joe. I'm really excited about tonight.
This is for.
This is Stunned and Confused, a podcast about Marvel Champions, the card game. I'm your host, Jesse, or Krautbammer, and I'm joined. You already heard him. I'm joined by my friend, my co-host, the mental resource kicker to my home technique, Joe. How are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome. How are you? I'm ready to get this going. Actually, this is great.
I'm super pumped. Yeah, we got a lot to go through tonight. We're doing an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review. So excited. I think this is kind of the essence distilled into why we wanted to start a podcast, because we just were so excited about talking about the new box, and we thought, fuck it, let's hit record and just see if anybody else wants to listen to us.
It was delayed, and we were just like, what are we doing? Yeah. We should just talk about stuff.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's really how this podcast came to be. We just would spend, I'd be calling you on my way home from work, and we'd be talking about, Marvel Champions for 40 minutes, and it's like, fuck it, let's throw it out for the internet,
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah, super pumped. We're going to go through, overall box thoughts. We'll do a little Joe's campaign corner, and then heroes, player cards, scenarios. I mean, we're going to do it all. We're going to do it all. If you want to know about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and what we feel about it, then you're in the right spot. But
if you want to know how to play it correctly, not here, please.
Not here.
I'm still working on Thunderbolts.
It's like, oh my God, dude. And it's like, shit, how many times do I hit Black Widow this game? And I didn't try to pull a prep card because I think I owe her about 3.
A threat. I forget to do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, enough of how shitty we are as players, because this probably invalidates all of our opinions. But, Joe, we start every show
God bless
with a little trip to Flavor Town.
Hey everybody, I'm Guy Fieri and we're rolling out looking for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives.
This trip, it's a first-class ticket to Flavor Town International.
Sir, are you ready?
You know what? You went so easy last time on me. I feel like it's time. Let's throw a curveball.
I feel good about this.
Oh, I feel like a nice middle-of-the-road one, you think?
I feel like I'm in episode 3, right? I'm in my lane, right? I'm coming into my own. I feel like I'm picking better cards now, okay? So this one's going to be good. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Quiet breaks, shatters down, so the city reaches out, listening, waiting. Another station for a signal, and we're all some kind of noise. Be the good kind, Penny.
Ooh. Good kind, Penny? Means
be like the good kind, Penny.
So it means an SPDR, right? But that says it. Oh, man. I don't know who says it in that. It's not Venom.
It's not Venom. It is an ally that came in her pack.
It came in her pack? Oh,
Came in her pack.
Like, you ain't thinking Spider Noir, is it? I don't know.
No.
Give it to me. I don't know.
It's Daredevil from her pack.
Is it really? It's the future Daredevil, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. It's the future Daredevil.
Dude, is it bad that I thought it was Daredevil when you said it, but then it said Penny, and I just totally, got rid of Daredevil in my mind? Dude, I'm so depressed right now.
It sounds so Daredevil. So I was like, he'll latch onto it. Yes.
Dude, right when you said Penny, before you even did, I was like, Daredevil. But then you're like, Penny. I was like, not Daredevil. I didn't even think about future Daredevil.
Yeah, you don't get like normal ass Daredevil in that pack. You get the like weird hockey pads Daredevil.
I mean, he looks cool. Yeah. No, I know you're talking about. Yeah. I barely use him, sadly, but.
This is a card. I mean, so for those out there listening, his response is kind of weird. After Daredevil defends against an attack, move 1 damage from him to the attacking enemy. Basically, he's only got 3 health points, so he's only blocking small minions, really. But he costs 2, and he thwarts for 2. So all in all, in protection, where thwarting sometimes can be an issue, he's really not badly costed. He's really not a bad ally. I use him all the time in protection just to get a little extra thwart power in there. he's a fun card.
So do you
yeah, I
think?
thought the
Oh god, dude, that Penny part I just threw me off.
yeah. I know. I thought
Like
like
right when you said quiet break shatters down, I was like the city reaches. I was like, bro, that's like a Daredevil saying right there. And then you're like, be good, Penny. I'm like, nope, I don't know. I was trying to think like I don't even know.
Well, and we're all some kind of noise. Be the good kind, Penny. I know the Penny part, might have thrown you for a loop, but oh man, I felt like that's a good middle of the ground, right? It's not super
No,
obscure.
that was perfectly fine. Like I was on the right track.
Yeah,
I just
yep. You just blew it because you're shit.
yeah, dude, totally, man.
All right.
Do you think
that was a good flavor town?
Do you think the Daredevil's going to be like him at all when they release him? You think it'll be like that one? Like, because this is a different Daredevil, I guess, than the other one we have.
Yeah. All right, so you're saying like, do you think like his response is going to be? You think his response is going to be kind of baked into his hero, or do you think we're going to get like the future Daredevil versus OG Daredevil?
Oh no! I'm not saying we're going to get a future. I was just wondering because I know sometimes they like to use the allies as kind of like a not.
They mimic their hero form, right?
There we go.
Yeah. Dude, you're the big Daredevil guy. I'm not a big comic guy in general. You're the huge Daredevil comic guy, so you tell me. I mean, what do you think Daredevil Heroes Pack going to look like?
Oh shoot, dude, I have no idea. But I would love. Oh man, I look at all those homebrew ones.
Dude, the homebrew community. Oh my god, so incredible. Some really incredible
many Daredevil
stuff.
ones, and I'm just like, ooh, that would be great. That would be great. That'd be great. And I'm like, shoot, I don't know. What are they?
I go back to I just go back to like homebrew. It's like, oh man, but like I don't want to go for it, and then the official one comes out, and I almost like the homebrew more. It just makes me kind of sad to think about.
Because I would love to print out those Daredevils, but yeah, I agree like that. I'm like, what if they do? What if it's just booty butts? I'm just like
booty butts.
I'm just gonna play my homebrew set, which is they're awesome for doing that. But
this is my booty butts Daredevil.
Booty butts Daredevil.
All right.
I'll still buy them, and don't matter.
All right.
Next thing.
You want to move on?
Yeah.
So what have
we almost made it.
We were this close to greatness. What have we played recently? So we've both been playing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but my latest run through, been doing a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just to try to get our heads around everything going on, but been playing some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Bishop Poole. I love Bishop Poole, man. All the resource things.
Did you do the whole campaign with him? Like, not the campaign, but like the whole all 5 scenarios.
No, I'm through. So this is just my latest AOS run through. So I'm through. Through 3 scenarios. I think I have MODOK set up tonight.
Okay, nice.
So just through the first 2 with him.
And it's your Poole. You said you love Poole. I know you. That's the only time I hear you Poole is when you're doing the Bishop. That's the only time I
yeah. Bishop Poole's good. Yeah, it made me think about some other maybe pool decks I might build, like maybe Domino, just because she wins rock paper scissors every time. She has all the wilds.
Yeah, dude, I do love rock paper. Just have a wild in your hand. This is so sweet.
There's 2 pool decks. There's like meme pool decks, and then there's just like stick to itiveness, rock paper scissors and meta games. So
yeah, there's someone like get those 3 resources or whatever if you have a lot of health.
Yeah.
Keep your health up or whatever.
Well, even if like. Dude, a turn 1 triple resource is amazing. It's just early tempo.
It's so nice.
Yeah, super good. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, obviously I've played Maria Hill, Nick Fury, all the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. scenarios time and time again, but my most recent one's a Shield Pool, Bishop Pool run through, so pretty excited to talk about it.
Yeah, I haven't done any of the Pool and the new heroes either.
Oh, true.
You just got me thinking.
We need a pool.
Sometimes I forget about Pool. Sometimes I really do just like.
We need a Pool helicarrier. I think that's what we need.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. Yeah, they have the Pool. The Pool.
What would that look like?
Pool corpse or something. Helicarrier.
Yeah, it'd be like place an acceleration token on the main scheme. Do 5 damage to your identity and like I don't know, something nuts.
Nuke
just
everything else on the board.
Yeah. Something crazy. Yeah. Anyway, what you obviously you played Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, but anything else going on?
No, I've been pretty much just doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.s or taking Nick Fury through just regular older villains, I guess. I've done Claw and Hela is what I've done so far with Fury. But
Nice.
And then I took Phoenix through the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too.
Nice, very cool.
I took her through all of them. She did pretty well. It was nice.
Well, I'm excited to get into the thoughts on all of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. So I guess we'll move straight into that. What are your, give me your overall box thoughts, super high level, like give me an out of 10 and then rank it for me. Put it with all the other boxes.
Like villains and heroes
Yeah.
included. Man,
Like as a total package, if you had to go rebuy your collection, where would you place buying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
oh man, that's a tough question. I might say like third or fourth. Honestly,
yeah, I think that's about where I'm at. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's probably about where I'm at, third or fourth. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and really think about it.
But we're just getting so consistently good product.
Of repeats is the only problem, right?
Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit in the player cards, but that is I think one of my major downsides with the box. But overall, man, super solid expansion.
No, they're fun.
Super excited
The heroes are great. Like they're just fun. All the villains are they're playable. Like I like to play them, all of them.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So the first thing I wanted to bring up with the new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. expansion.
Oh, is how you don't like campaigns.
Wanted to do a little Joe's Campaign Corner. And we're going to call it Joe's Campaign Corner because I don't play campaign.
You did? And then you quit.
I've always played through the campaign at least once. Like as soon as I got the box, I played through the campaign once. And even you don't play through campaign very often either.
No, I usually hit it once, maybe it's second time if it's all right. And then, I kind of don't after that.
With the Age of Apocalypse, with the very, I would just say very extra campaign system that was in that box.
Oh, the missions,
you even texted,
right?
Yeah, you even texted me. We're like, nah, don't worry about it. And so I didn't. Dude. So I didn't do it. And then this time, I actually sat down to play campaign, put the campaign setup in for Black Widow, and the very first boost card she pulls is that damn treachery that says either dump your fucking hand, or you're gonna flip all of these people. And I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, it's because you start with 2, right? And at 3 it flips.
Yeah, the ramp from standard to expert is insane because it starts with 2 and flips at 3, and so it's like, and then the very first boost card I get is dump your fucking hand, or she's gonna get some attachments.
Ooh,
and I'm
know what? Honestly, though, if I would have got that right away, if I would have got that,
it was literally my first boost card, and I was like, wait, and I'm starting to read. I'm like, this is part of the campaign. I'm like, nah, bump this. Took out the campaign cards, or whatever that. It's just really just one module that kind of makes the campaign. Board. Yeah, the board members. So yeeted them out, took out the free treacheries it comes with, shuffled it back up, and started again, and just didn't look back.
Dang, I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what it was. I know you said you tried it, but then I thought you just played a whole thing. We're like, meh.
No, it was my first boost card, and I was
okay,
no,
I understand
that.
That disrupts your whole. Yeah, dude, that would suck.
Yeah, it really shit in my cornflakes. I wasn't happy with it.
I mean,
but
I totally
from what I understand from you and the community, it seems like a really smooth, nice campaign.
Yeah,
that
I thought
kind
it was
of
nice. I even printed off
manifests.
printed off the page in the back or whatever, and just had fun crossing off who was the mole or whatnot, or who wasn't the mole.
And I love that part of it.
Very smooth,
and just
it felt like.
Yeah, just like even just in, and we'll talk about it later, but just in Baron Zemo, I love that little kind of Clue-esque feel to it. It's very neat. And so I can see just getting one card at a time over the 5 scenarios. I feel like it could build that suspense up on who's the mole or whatever. So I appreciate what they did. I'm not a huge campaign guy in general. So
yeah, I just felt like this campaign was just very it was smooth, easy, nothing crazy. I mean, it did make a little bit harder with those 4 or whatever 3 encounter cards, which you got right away. So maybe that would suck, but Because yeah, like when I got them, I already had taken off like a token on each of them. So like when I got one, it was like, yeah, I'll pick and choose which one gets it or not.
Yeah, so you could, and then like and you had to basically whittle down the counters off of them to get a shield card at the end, right? To be able
Yeah,
to kind
to
of
be able
reveal
to
them all.
find out evidence or whatever.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was
Well,
fun, but like,
yeah,
I
it
could
seems like
see I could see that just wrecking
oh,
everything and just
it, it just immediately soured me to the campaign,
because you don't
even
even get to
though
enjoy anything. You didn't even get to enjoy like the first like a villain attack because you're just
yeah, yeah, yeah,
she'd already have a bonus, right? Because you would have to flip one
yep.
and give it, or all of them. I can't even. Would it have been all of them? Because
So they each have different resources. Like you have to dump mentals or lightnings or physicals,
oh, but I thought on
and
the card, the encounter card, I thought it chose what you had to dump. I can't remember.
yeah, it does. It does. It says like you can prevent. It says put one counter on every board member. You can
Unless you
prevent it by spending X amount of,
certain
and
resources to stop.
it's a
Okay,
specific
yeah,
resource.
that's
Yeah.
right.
So it was just like, oh, dude, I got to dump my hand, and like I only had like two of the resources, so I'm flipping one of
Oh,
these,
for
and I'm
one,
having
one
to
was
dump
going
my
over.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of soured me to it immediately, but I still I think
I will
for the
say,
most part, people seem to enjoy it.
no, I enjoyed it. The only thing I'll say is that I didn't enjoy was there's one of the cards, one of the evidence cards I got. I don't remember if it was the second turn or second villain or whatever, but I got a justice one that said, go find a justice ally and, put him in. It was one of the wards. And I was like, I'm playing a justice deck and I already have the allies I want. I don't really want to go get another one. So it was kind of
Oh
like,
man,
it was just,
didn't
it was
feel
whatever.
didn't feel
It was just like, I just didn't get the bonus because I already had a justice deck. Like, it would have been cool if I got like the protection one or something so I could go grab a
or
random
if it just told
protection
you like
ally.
yeah, grab like an off aspect
Yeah, off
ally.
aspect is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because I got the one that was exactly mine. I was like, oh, well, all right.
Yeah, bummer.
But I think
Well,
that's just luck. Like it's just like that's all right. But
which like so like surveillance officer always goes with justice. The medical officer always goes with
yeah.
protection, all that. Yeah. All right. Well, you want to dive into the heroes? I think
Let's
that's
do it. Yeah, let's
the
do it.
meat of what we want to talk
Pop.
about. So Maria Hill, that's who I started out. That's who I was most excited for. And that's who I started out and did my first run through with. And I was immediately just like, this is amazing. Like you feel like the CEO, right? You're just like sitting at the board and like, hey, I need you to go send this helicarrier over to Batroc, nuke him in the ass. And then after you're done with that, send an attack team over to take care of these minions. You feel like that CEO.
Yeah, you're
is just
directing. And you're like, do you need
yeah,
something?
exactly.
Do you need more supplies?
Yes.
Do you need this?
It feels so good. And it's incredibly strong. I mean,
It's a little bonkers. You bring certain helicarriers. Woo boy.
yeah, being able to bring in those off aspect helicarriers. I mean, basically, if the villain doesn't have steady or stalwart, Pericles almost breaks the game. Like they just don't get to activate the entire game unless you pull a treachery. To me, it felt that way.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, you can even if they do have stalwart charge, you can give yourself a tough to like, unless they have
True.
piercing too. So then, I mean, but whatever,
True.
you're in a probably different ball game then.
But I mean, Pericles is so busted, and
It's
not
pretty busted, yeah. And you could just go find it with your alter ego, right?
exactly. So you're getting it in play turn one. So basically,
Is that always what you go for? Have you gotten any other
with Modoc? With Modoc, I went Iliad just because he had steady, and I was like, I want to try something a little different, and so I went Iliad. But even then, like you said, Pericles with the tufts, it's really, I mean, it's super valuable. I mean, basically with Pericles, you're going to get some other sort of cheap shield support out in the next couple turns, right?
Yeah, just to keep it alive, right?
So, I mean, at that point, the villain is spotting you 3 or 4 turns, basically. And there's no villain. There's hardly any villains outside of some really unlucky treacheries and things like that can just keep up with spotting the hero 3 turns and not winning the game. So she's extremely strong, but I also found her extremely fun. And I just,
No, like you said,
there's
trying to like sort everything, move stuff around to keep your helicarriers going. Like, bro, this guy needs gas. We'll sacrifice this over here to give the gas. I don't know. That's what it feels like I'm doing. Like, it's just neat.
The reinforcements card I think is so neat because it's like when you go to play reinforcements, it's a one cost event and it says, place place a all purpose counter on shield supports up to the cost of 6,
yeah.
right? And so it's like it's a reinforcement in the sense of like, okay, yes, I'm sending more counters, I'm putting more counters on my cards on my table, but it's also reinforcements in the sense that like, okay, you're not going to go put one counter on Pericles.
Exactly. You never
Most people aren't doing it.
Never. I mean,
you're putting it on 3 field agents and
Yeah.
2 command teams. So it's like you're not like they are true reinforcements where you're like, okay, you stay over here in the field or you go over here on the command team, and then when I'm ready for you, we're going to send you into the fray with the Pericles or the Iliad or something like that, which feels so cool.
Yeah, I love it. Like her basic ability, right, is just to switch one from another one too, and then it's just she's just dealing out stuff. It's fun.
And then the only I guess it's not a problem, but the only thing that was a little I don't want to say saddening, but it was a little interesting was like I felt like I didn't get to interact with some of the like harder bits of the first couple scenarios. We can
Oh
talk about it
man.
later, but just
Yeah.
like she's dealing so much non-attack damage that it's like I don't care about
Especially
retaliate.
to
I don't
what's
care
it,
about
Black
Black
Widow.
Widow's
Yeah.
thingy. Yeah, it's like I'm not attacking you. I'm just shoving a missile up your ass. You know?
Dude, yeah. No, I understand that completely. She did like both these heroes honestly seem to like just go really well against all these villains. I don't
I
know
mean,
if they've not always done that, have they? I can't to make
you
the
know,
hero.
I don't know, but you're right. It feels like they have especially good matchups with most of the box scenarios. But like, oh my god, you can have these just like really spectacular turns where you like go get, you get a special funding opening hand with like a field agent or a cheap ally or something like that, or I've had opening hand shield director where it's just exhaust to put a token on. It's like, oh my god, I mean, you could be so set up by turn 2 that it's just like it is insane the amount of output.
Yeah.
Once you get the big 3 out, right? Once you get Iliad, Pericles, and the Bellathron out, it's game over. To me, I've just never
Yeah,
really
you
lost
can get
with
rid
those
of
3 out.
toughs. You can hit multiple targets. Threats okay. Yeah, there's just as long as you have
How
something
much
to
do
put tokens back on. That's all you need.
Yeah, and I mean, Monica Chang is busted with her
Oh yeah,
bringing in a surveillance team with an extra token. I mean, there's so many. Her justice deck is extremely strong just because Monica Chang is going to cost 3, but you're going to get a surveillance team with an extra token. It's just it's tokens galore in justice. So, with that said, going to step through some of our other cards. Nick Fury. How often are you playing Nick Fury?
Oh, the ally.
Right.
I mean, I'm not like looking for him, but like if I have it and I don't have anything else I need, I'll throw him down. Honestly, but I do
Yeah,
like
it's kind of
his.
where.
I like his team up. Their team up's fun.
Yeah, the team up is cool, but I feel like I'm rarely playing Nick Fury.
Yeah, no,
I'm
he's just like if it's an off turn, if I don't like what else is in my hand or I don't need it, like really right now or something, I'll throw him down.
Yeah, he's neat, but I would say Maria Hill in his deck is better than Nick Fury in hers.
I agree. I think I use her more in the other deck. So yeah, I agree with that.
And
But
then
like,
the other
do you use the leadership helicarrier?
Cersei, no,
Yeah,
I rarely
Yeah.
put Cersei in because I'm usually playing Injustice, and so I'm bringing 3 command teams.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I used it once to bring him in, which was cool because it's like, yeah, he just comes in. But yeah, I just don't use the Cersei much.
And then her deck came with Grant Ward, the 0 cost ally.
Oh yeah,
And
the one that treachery. Yeah, the trees.
he's a fun time. Sometimes I'll put him down. I'm like, oh, he's free, and I'll just chump block him with him this turn, and so I don't have to worry about the treachery business. And then I'll forget, like, oh, I stunned the villain, and now, oh, it's a treachery, son of a bitch. Now I have to go take this damage, and it's like I didn't think that through at all.
Yeah, So I haven't used him a lot. I've used him a few times, but yeah, that exact same situation happens. I'm like, dude, I just forget, and he hurts me. And I'm like, I gotta remember
My
him.
favorite was like, I have all these command teams out. I just readied him until he died. Like I just worked him to death. I was like, listen,
I'm gonna
Grant,
use. I know you're bad, so I'm just gonna use you
yeah,
until you're gone.
I'm going to work you to the bone. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
to work you until
exactly.
you literally die.
Because I know
Okay,
you're a bad
because you're
guy.
going to turn on me. So, Melinda May, she's fun. She's expensive. She's really expensive, but where when she uses a basic power, you get to look at the top of the
Oh,
encounter
the
deck and
counter deck.
discard it
Yep.
if you want. It's like Furiel from Lord of the Rings, but not quite as good because it's usually the first card's your boost card, unless you're stunned or confused, which oftentimes with Maria Hill, the villain's stunned or confused, so you can kind of
It'd be good. It's good. I
pick
used
your
it
encounter
for
card.
Black Widow just so I could see the preparation. If it was a,
Ah, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So
so
you
I
kind
would be
of
like,
get,
okay, I'm gonna do a huge hit because I didn't want to get
yep,
hit back or whatever,
yep,
or whatever other ones.
yep. That makes sense. Very cool. Well, there's one other card that I have yet to really play. Well, first, before we go there, All Points Bulletin,
Ooh,
mid to
that
late
one is the
game
one
is
I did not know I was gonna like. Yeah, that one
All Points
saves me
Bulletin
sometimes.
is fucking nuts in mid to late game. I mean, it's easily
What
at
is the most
times
you've done
like
with it?
I think around 13 or 14.
Oh dang. Okay, I've gotten like 10, 11. Okay, so you went big time.
So yeah, I mean, when you play your Injustice, 3 field agents with Monica Chang, and then 3 command teams plus whatever random other government liaisons and things like that you have out. I mean, it's really really easy to get 13, 14 supports out and just have crazy all points bulletins.
Honestly, I remember when they released the like preview of it and they saw that. I didn't really even think much about that card. Like I was like, oh, that's cool.
Exactly. I thought like, oh, this is a neat card to kind of round her out. I didn't think it would be the grand finale card because there was another card in her deck that I just immediately was drawn to just because how cool and thematic it was, which was the hard call.
Yeah,
So
just
that
drop a
that's the one
helicarrier on your
where,
face.
yeah, hero action, discard a shield support you control and deal X damage to each enemy, where X is the printed cost of the discarded support. I thought that was going to be like this cool final thematic, just like we're going in, it's over anyway, like this final ditch effort to destroy the villain. I just found like she rarely needs that. It's not worth in thematic terms, it's such an awesome card, but in like just X's and O's of the game, I find myself rarely playing it.
Yeah, I don't. I keep on waiting for the moment to come where I'm like, I have too much stuff out there. I gotta like throw something like.
Oh my god! Oh my
But like,
god!
I
I,
just
I
want to
just
save
thought
my helicarriers though.
I just had this like scenario crop in my head. So you're playing Ultron, right? And you've got like 47 drones in front of you, right? And like, the fucking they walk into Shield HQ and like people are crying, and like Maria Hill just like in her art, she's just like bent over the desk, all sad. I mean, people are just like, "Oh no, oh my god!" And it's like there were just so many goddamn drones, and people are like, "Oh, what happened? Did we lose everyone on the Iliad? Did the Cersei crash?" And it's like, no, fucking Todd died, the field agent. He took out all those drones. We had to make the hard call, and Todd took out 47 drones all on his own.
Did it? He's a hero.
Yeah, yeeting a field agent at like 47 drones.
It's,
That's pretty funny to think about.
that is actually like I don't even I don't think about little ones. Whenever I think of the hard call, I'm like I'm gonna drop a helicarrier on him. But yeah,
Right.
just like
Yeah, that's what it's meant for, right? It's just like
yeah,
dropping the big
exactly.
helic. But now I just want to play it in Ultron and be like, fucking Todd, bro. I love that man. And he fucking killed all those drones on his own.
He did it, bro.
Rest
Oh,
in peace.
no, but that would be cool.
Rest
But
in
yeah, I
peace,
have
Todd.
not. I actually haven't used the hard call yet. I haven't.
Yeah, same. Because
I
like,
keep on waiting. I'm like, I'm gonna do it at the end because like I'm gonna keep my Pericles or whatever till the end. But then like I never draw it at the right moment.
yeah, it's never in my hand right when I need it, and then it's like I get it, I get an all points bullets, and I'm like, well, this is 13 damage, and I don't have to sacrifice a helicarrier, so I guess I'll just do that. And it's like, okay, Maria Hill's just still working spreadsheets behind the desk, not having to do anything. Cool.
And the points bulletin, you can do threat too, which is just oh man.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's what I use it
exactly.
more for. I feel like is I do more threat removal with all points bulletin.
Yeah, I normally use it for big damage, but I mean, still, it's so versatile. So, she's so incredibly strong, and sometimes like people will say like, yeah, it's her gameplay is very samey. Get a big helicarrier out, win the game. I get it, but she scratches the right itch for me. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things. It's like you like what you like. Like Doctor Strange is extremely strong. I don't love playing Doctor Strange all that much. She's extremely strong. She's up there, as one of the strongest heroes in the game, I think. But I don't know. There's something so satisfying about just like working spreadsheets. Moving Todd over to the Cersei, and then Gary's got to go over there to the fucking Pericles. It just feels so much fun. Um, I think I like her best in Justice because, like, if I'm whipping out Maria Hill, I know I'm in for a very powerful deck and for a good time. So I might as well just like go all out with the really, really cheap supports and Monica Chang, which is extremely helpful for her. What about you? What's your favorite way to play her and your overall thoughts on Maria?
I mean, I think I've done the same. I usually do leadership, I think is what I've been trying. But I've been trying to use the Cersei just because like it sounds cool and I don't use it.
Yeah.
But usually I do justice like you, and then I do leadership. I haven't even tried aggression or protection yet.
Yeah, I really want to try her. One with really, really expensive allies in the Cersei. I think that would just be a ton of fun. And then like a Dum Dum Dugan in the Cersei.
Yeah, exactly. I've done one where I built him up, and he's fun to like just smack around people and then keep him alive.
Yeah, I'd love to do
because I can give him a tough like with
Right.
the Pericles, right?
So those big damages don't fucking matter.
Yep. So it's kind of neat, but I haven't. Have you done like without any of the big like Pericles? Have you gone without a Pericles?
Have I gone without Pericles?
Yeah, like I'm always like I should take this out because I'm just wrecking these people, and then I'm like, but I like it.
Yeah, I think it goes back to like if I'm playing Maria Hill, I know like a I'm playing an extremely strong hero, and so like fuck it, I'm just gonna go all out, right? It's like when I play Doctor Strange, I don't tie one hand behind my
Take
hand.
the
I want to
invocation
feel.
deck away.
Yeah, I don't normally do that. Like I don't play him all that often, but when I do, I don't pull punches. I want to feel like the strongest hero in the game. So with that, I don't normally not play with Pericles, but I could see myself taking it out just to do different things with her, like you said, like Dum Dum Duke and Cersei, or Tac Team. That was like my first thought when I heard about Maria Hill was like, oh, Tac Team is going to be fun with her.
Oh, that's yeah.
So
Good.
and there's way more decks to be played with her, but I will say like,
Oh yeah,
she's
like,
just
I'm sure like
scratches the right itch for me.
yeah, she's fun. I like the helicarries. I like how she doesn't have like any like attacks, like right? Her events, she has nothing.
Yeah, there's no attacks in her deck. That's the
Right?
crazy
Yeah,
thing.
There's nothing. There's not. Is there a thwart? I don't remember.
Oh, do. No, I don't
But
think
no,
so.
it's just cool. She has like no, just like your basic. That's no, like everyone always has those, and she just doesn't. I think that's neat because she's literally just support.
Yep. Yeah, she's awesome. Really had a lot of fun playing through the box with her, and I think we'll talk about it here in a second. But I think she's probably of the two my favorite more so
Of Nick Fury and her.
of the box heroes. Oh,
I'm probably more of a Nick Fury guy.
perfect because we'll talk about it here in a second. One card before we move on. Front Organization.
Yes.
Fucking love that card. I put it
Wait,
in
have you
almost
used
every
it?
deck. Yes.
I have not used it. Like it's never.
What?
I have not needed it.
What?
I
So-
keep on waiting. Everybody's like, that card's amazing. And I'm like, I just haven't had that one card, whatever,
So
this card of support.
I'll just put out a PSA for Front Organization. Greatest card in the game.
Greatest card.
A couple reasons. Being hyperbolic, but still. A couple reasons. My least favorite encounter card. Can you guess what it is?
I don't remember what it's called, but I know what it's the one that
It's-
makes your support take away your
The
support.
one
What's it
that
called?
rips an upgrade or a support from you.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
stand that shit. I just it's like if I get to see my nemesis and my nemesis comes out and I get drowned and I die, oh well, still had fun. But when you fucking take my shit, nothing pisses me off more. And you're playing with a 39 card
Putting
deck.
something in your deck doesn't?
What?
Putting something in your deck doesn't? I figured that would piss you off more.
Well, Okay, both those things. Don't take my shit, okay? It's my shit. Don't put shit in my shit. Don't take my shit.
Don't take my shit.
There's just the 2 rules. You can have my van.
Honestly, I think I've just played this game. Like, I just feel like I always know that card's there, so I just always have like a shitty support I don't care about that I throw down.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just
like,
in case.
Yeah, I'll put honorary X-Men in a lot of my decks. Just like any X-Men I play, just to put honorary X-Men on them, just in case that card comes out, and it gives them 1 HP. This one, it's like worded in such a way where even if it's like, some sort of other random encounter card that would make you discard an organization or discard a support or something, it can step in for that support. So
yeah,
I really like it.
I mean, I understand like its purpose is good, but I haven't used it. Like, it hasn't come up where I needed it.
I put that bitch down every time I see it.
Every turn. I mean, it's nice. It's a 0 cost too, so it's just like perfect.
It's
like, every deck you build, even not Maria Hill? Is that what
every
you're saying?
Deck. Oh my god. I'm being facetious. But
you really do? Oh, okay. I was like, dude, you really do hate when they take your shit.
But I do. Like, if I'm at 39 cards, I'll throw that bitch in there without thinking twice.
Oh. Will you put it in to go to 41?
Fuck no. I'll never play a 41 card deck as long as I live. It ruins the consistency of a deck.
Oh my god. I just dude, I've gone to like 46. I still care sometimes.
I'm a professional player. I have 3 hearts on my deck on Marvel CDB, so
Yeah, I got nothing published. That's why I do 46.
No, I don't go past 40. I have a strict 40 card rule.
There's no like, man, just can't even get 41 maybe.
No, find something. Cut
Dude, when
that
you build
fat.
a deck, you just like, nah, I can't. I'm like, ooh, but I really like that card.
I'll sit and cut the fat. It's like I'm not. This deck isn't focused enough. It needs to be. It insists upon itself, Joe. It insists upon itself. Speaking of insisting upon itself, let's talk about Nick Fury.
Let's do it. He's my homeboy.
I'll go first
like
because I want you to. I want you to carry this section for me because.
Oh my gosh.
Just like we were talking about how Maria Hill's super strong and just kind of scratches that itch for me where I'm just like, oh man, that was fun.
Wait, you're not going to say he's weak, are you?
No, I'm not going to say he's weak. Definitely not.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of folks, a lot of folks in the community who talk about how strong he is and how great he is, has hooks and all the aspects, and I can see it, right? It's like, it's like watching someone on a roller coaster and you're like, oh man, that looks like fun. And then you get on the roller coaster and you're like, yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't for me. Like, it wasn't the roller coaster I wanted to ride. And so it's like I can respect that it's a fun roller coaster and respect that it's a good ride, but it doesn't scratch the itch for me. And I've tried them quite a bit in a couple different aspects, and I get suit form locked quite a bit because I'm not playing it right. I'm not going assault when I need to. I'm not going back to stealth when I should. I just have not sequenced him right. But there are times where when you do line all those things up, it feels so good. Like you feel like that super spy when you're lining up all your gadgets and you're using all your things right and canceling out these treacheries. It feels really good. And I appreciate the design a lot. I think he's an awesome hero. But he doesn't scratch the gameplay itch for me.
I mean, I'm the same with you. When we were looking at the previews, I knew I was gonna like Maria Hill more. So usually I try to go with the hero I don't like as much first, just because I just thought Maria Hill would be the one I'd like. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start with Nick Fury first because he's probably gonna be the one I don't like as much. But then I played him and it hit every button right for me, I guess. Because I love just staying in the stealth suit and just scheming. Like, he just schemes while I'm in hero form. It's just so fun to me.
So I just
haven't tried.
So help me through that, because that's what I hear. Like, it's like build up a shitload of threat on your stealth suit and then just burn. I found like I can't. Fire, I can't keep up with the stealth suit. I just can't keep up with the threat. I just can't. And then like there are times where it's like I'm just not sequencing right. Like I'm not getting my what's the one? Is it the eye patch that can put 3-thread on your suit?
Yeah, it can stops
Stop 3 of it. Yeah,
3-thread and then puts it on your suit.
yeah. I'm just finding where I'm like not sequencing those things quite right, where I can stay in stealth longer than like 4 turns. It's just too much threat, even in Justice.
I mean, there's definitely like certain scenarios where like, yeah, you can't sit in a stealth suit for long. Like, what is it? There's like Mr. Sinister and stuff. Like, I tried him. It's like,
That's a He's
he
gonna
kind of
pop.
builds up. Yeah, he's gonna pop fast, and it's just like, ugh. But like, so there's definitely some. You don't want to sit in a stealth suit, but like a lot of the heroes, I can sit and I'll put I like to do Justice, and then I put the. What's the under surveillance on the main scheme?
Oh,
so it gives me 4 more.
Yeah, that's a fucking lifesaver. That's a must in a Justice deck with him.
Yeah, so like I put that on there, puts it up higher, and then I usually have heroic intuition. So I'm knocking 3-thread off, and then of course you have this car, and then you're knocking another. So you're doing 6-thread off.
Yeah,
and like it just seems like threat's not like a huge deal with him. That's why I don't mind building it up on his stealth on his suit.
Yeah,
and his covert surveillance got 3 of them. So anytime I usually wait. I save one. I usually play like an attack. And then, of course, you go to assault form. And then I use my covert surveillance card, and you just switch back over.
Down. Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. Like, that's what saves me a lot. Or if I need to, I just go to Alter Ego so I can switch it myself.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate the design. I think I'm working through him a little bit more because he's just not as simplistic as like a Maria Hill, where it's like get Pericles out and win the game. You know, there's more nuance to the gameplay.
When I played the first time, like I was like really crazy because like when I finished all 5 villains in the campaign, I only took 1 damage throughout the whole thing. Like,
yeah, that's wild. I think
because like I'm just surveilling. It was like some random what was it? I don't know. I can't even remember what it was. But like it was just bonkers. Like
you
didn't
told
have
me
to
that.
take any damage.
You told me that before my first Nick Fury game, that you went through the entire box without taking any damage, and then I miserably lost my first game with Nick Fury, and I was like, "Fuck this, I suck," and I just like tainted my.
I want to know.
I was just like constantly doing. It was Black Widow, and Black Widow can throw down some threat, right? Like she can just pile up some threat. I didn't have heroic intuition in there, and I was like burning all my threat. I got my watch out early. And so I was like burning up my threat with the watch to get other things out. And so like I just wasn't quite getting the threat removal I needed. And I just got snowballed. And I was like, okay, well, I needed to go assault mode. And so like then I went assault mode finally. Like at the very end, I was like, well, she's not going to scheme. I'll be okay. And then she pulled an advance. And I was like, oh my God. It just felt like, and I just felt like I was constantly struggling that first game. And like you just told me that you didn't take any damage. And I'm like, here I am losing to villain number 1. I'm like, I'm too stupid to play Nick Fury.
No, it's not. I don't know. I think you probably just... Dude, it sounds like you just have a rough start to both times.
The car is amazing.
Yeah, dude, the car is great. I love the car. I don't understand it. Like, I don't know why he's got like aerial and like...
It's a flying car.
Cool. Well, I mean, I get that, but like...
I don't know, but it's hilarious. Some of the art I really appreciate, like Secret Agent and Flying Car. Those are great card arts.
Oh no, this is so good. I don't even like his concentrated fire. Like he's just like a giant sniper with like computer and what is he perfecting the perfect shot, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. And then of course his surfboard on the alter ego.
Like I can definitely see like he's got hooks in like basically all of the aspects, right? Like Justice, obviously stay in stealth suit, get the threat removal, once all the threats piled up, go burn down on them. In aggression, you've got the hook with aerial, hone dive bombs for days.
Yeah, you
got the watch.
Nick Fury.
Yeah. You get to do a hone dive bomb with the car. Dude, could you imagine? So you got like a villain and like 4 bodyguards, and then he just wrecks his Ferrari in the middle of them. Like, I don't know how that's supposed to work.
Making the hard call and getting rid of my car.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if it had the shield trait? Wait, hold on. Can the hard call get rid of somebody else's shield upgrade? Discard a shield
Ooh,
support. No, you. It's you control. Damn it.
okay.
Okay.
But
It'd be
that doesn't
hilarious
have
if,
aerial, but it doesn't
yeah,
have shield.
it does
That
have
would be
shield, but it would be
hilarious.
so funny. It's like, Nick, I'm sorry, I'm gonna need your car, and then just
Dude,
fucking
I'm
need
eating your
it.
car, by the way. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, yeah. So he's got hooks there with aggression. Just leadership. I heard like sidekick with Maria Hill because she can pile up the threat on your suit really nicely. So
Yeah.
you know he's
Because,
he's
yeah,
got
you can,
he's got
it's whatever
hooks.
her threat removal is. So, yeah.
Yep, yep. So
But no, I didn't think I was gonna like him as much as I did, and man, I love it. Like I like his, I really love his intelligence analysis card.
oh
Like
my god, so
plus
great.
with what is the one? The practice plan, right? Yeah.
Practice plan, dude. That's so
Just remember
busted.
that, dude. It saves me. That's what really saved me. I think through the campaign, I was like, "Oh, that's a gross card." Yeah, nah.
That's the thing is like I don't think I ever pulled his I play standard 3 mostly. I don't think I ever pulled his nemesis because it was just like, oh, evil alliance? No, you're not. You're not gonna evilly ally today. You're gonna just get discarded and I'm gonna go about my business.
I don't know. And then you have practice plan, and then I have what's his name, Coulson. He
Yeah.
always just brings it back, right? Like
Yeah.
I can bring back anything. So I was like, oh, it's lost in the pack. So I can like, you could almost have like 3 times to save your butt, like throughout the first whole deck hand or whatever, run through the deck.
Yeah, exactly. And it's I mean it's very similar to Maria Hill where like if you're gonna spot me like 3 of the worst cards you can throw at me, if you're gonna spot me those where like I don't have to deal with them, I'm gonna win the game.
Yep.
How much are
I
you
don't know.
using? How much are you using the 2 persona supports that came with them? Old Gemma
you're
and
talking
Leo.
about. I have not found a great way to use them, honestly.
They're fine.
They're fine, but I just haven't found anything that I clicked with, I guess is what I'm saying.
I like Leo because if you get him turn 1, you can go find the car. That's nice.
Oh, that is
I've
smart,
done it
yeah.
once or twice where I found Leo and immediately put him down, went and found the car and got it out, which is really helpful. I mean, and then if you go back down, you can go get his watch and his eye patch, and kind of recycle things. So I like Leo better than Gemma. You're already getting quite a bit of resources just from the watch, so I find Gemma
Yeah.
not super needed, but Leo's really nice.
I don't feel like I need resources much with Nick Fury.
So practice plan is pretty nuts. At first, I was like, I only had,
I haven't done Black Widow yet, and I can't wait to like use Black Widow with her.
oh yeah, dude, that would
Like
be super
Hero Black
cool.
Widow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, like when I first started with him, I was like, oh, max 1 per player, and so I only put 1 in the deck, and I was like, oh no, I get it now. And so like it's definitely more of a learning curve with me with Nick Fury, but like yeah, 3 practice plans, amazing because it's like once I pull 1 in my hand, I know I've got a free intelligence burn I can do whenever I need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's just so nice.
I feel like
Bonkers
I'm
with his cards.
I feel like I just need to change the way I play a little bit with him. Like it's not super bad to hold on to a card with him to get you back in the right form if you need it. Like holding on to a practice plan a turn or hold until you burn through 1 or holding on to a covert surveillance, to get you back in the right form later on, can be helpful.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Yeah, it just saved me so much. Like it just made a lot of the bad cards just not have any effects at all.
It makes the
It
bad
really-
cards not bad.
Yes. Also, I love Quake with Nick Fury for when I have minions out. I just exhaust her when I'm in stealth suit form, and she just does 2 damage to him.
So good segue there. So let's talk about the aspect cards we got. And I think this is the one detractor from the box is the 2 aspects we have the most shield stuff in is leadership and justice. And we got leadership and justice heroes in the box with a lot of reprints.
A lot of the same, yep.
So that was super disappointing, I think. As a longtime player who has everything, it was really disappointing to get that many reprints and get more leadership and justice shield support, something that we already had quite a bit of. But, overall, I'm extremely happy with the box. I just wish we would have gotten more unique aspect cards.
I agree. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why we didn't. I don't understand. I guess I just don't understand why they. Unless this is. I don't know. I got nothing on that.
It feels like Nick Fury could have came in aggression. You know what I'm saying? Aggression needs some love.
I mean, I understand why, because like it makes sense. He would be like the
Justice super spy, yeah. But I mean, he's also got his, attack form or whatever, assault mode. Essentially, it's like, I mean, that sounds pretty aggressive.
He's ready to put down when he needs to. Like.
Exactly. So it felt like a missed opportunity to put him in aggression, give aggression some love. That's it.
Yep, I agree with that. And yeah, because there's not a whole lot. I don't even know all the ones. It's the like the prism dust or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, pocket sand.
Dude, that's exactly.
It's what it is, dude. Confuse a minion and deal 2 damage to it. Pocket sand. Oh shit! What's that? It's King of the Hill.
And then of course, yeah, King of the Hill. It's whatever, that one crazy neighbor.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But no, I love the Informant. But honestly, I just love Informant just because Taskmaster's face is just
the art. Man, is so funny. It is super funny. Yeah, I just find like it rarely helps me all that much. But goddamn, that art is hilarious.
I have, like you said, I put it in my deck, but like, it's always just used as a resource mostly.
Yep. Cool. Well, so give me a rough, top half, top third, top 10, top 5, both the heroes.
Both of them are. It's definitely top half for sure for both.
Top half for both. Okay.
Nick Fury's probably up there for me. Honestly, he's probably up. Shoot, I don't know. Top 15 maybe.
Top 50. You're not going to commit to top 10, huh?
Yeah, I'm not like I haven't played him through some of the harder like villains and the older villains, I guess.
Yeah, understood. Definitely, the opinions will grow and change as time goes on.
Yeah, there's totally gonna.
So you're gonna say top 15 for now for Nick Fury?
Yeah.
And then just top half in general for Maria Hill. You like her more than half the heroes.
Yeah, definitely more than half the heroes, but I don't know yet. I haven't played her as much. I think I've just been having too much fun with Nick Fury that I haven't played her as much.
I got you.
What about you?
I will put Maria Hill, probably top 15 in that top 15 category. Nick Fury, I would not put in my top half.
Oh my god!
I know. I know. That's like flaming hot take here, and again, I go back to the roller coaster. Like I can see you screaming and having fun on the roller coaster, and I'm very happy for you. But it's not the roller coaster I want to ride. It's just not my ride.
I mean, that's fine. No, it's totally fine. But like, I'm just like, dang, man.
Yeah. So yeah, he's somewhere in the bottom half, which isn't bad. I will basically play any hero happily.
I mean, right now I'm just like you're putting him with Hulk. That's what
Hulk,
Valkyrie.
No, I'm not going there. Basically, I will play any hero, probably outside of Hulk, happily. I just don't mind.
Honestly, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
So just because he's not my top half doesn't mean I don't like him. It's just he's not going to ever be that guy that's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to play some Nick Fury tonight. I can't wait. So that's it.
Honestly, that is what I have been doing. I've just like, I'm like, should I like play some other heroes through the new campaign? I'm like, nah, I want to play Nick Fury through some old people.
Hey, that's cool. It gives kind of perspective on Nick Fury that I don't have because just not my cup of tea.
Ah, man, I was pumped. I remember when I told you, like, oh, dude, I went through the whole campaign, took 1 damage, whatever. It was awesome. I was like, you're going to play him and love him. You're like, yeah, he all right.
Yeah, I know.
Said, man. I think you straight up just said, man. And then you didn't text me back, and I was just like, I have to go to bed with this.
Yeah, I literally, lost my first game, and it was like 10:30 my time or something like that, and I literally just texted you like meh and just fucking fell asleep. Just
dude, upset. I was like texting you, I was like, and you just like not responding. I was like, wait, he just said man and went to sleep.
Yep, that's what I did. So sad but true. But still, don't. I'm not deducting points for Nick Fury hero in the box. I think he's a super cool hero, and happy that people are enjoying him. All right, you want to talk villains?
Let's do it.
All right,
Black
man.
Widow.
Black Widow. This is a great introductory scenario. I think
I
she's a
loved her.
lot of fun. Super,
I
super
mean,
fun.
I don't know. She's fine. I like everything about her, really. I mean, yeah, she's not like strong, but like she's the first hero. She's not supposed to be, right? Like it's not
Yeah,
supposed to be.
and she can kind of play different depending on what your deck is bringing. Because if you're bringing enough thwart removal to keep the thwart scheme clean, you're not you're not venturing to get those prep cards. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be able to remove the threat to be able to um, trigger her force interrupt, because there's an arrow there. So, you know, when a character you control attacks Black Widow, remove one threat from the main scheme, and then arrow, discard the top card of the counter deck and look for those prep cards. So if
I
there's no,
forget that threat. I forget that threat so much.
so one, if you need threat help, you can get the threat help via attacks.
Yeah, it's neat.
If your thwarting is really good, you don't have to worry about the prep cards, because then you can attack her. If there's no threat on the scheme, you can attack her for free, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really cool, I always talk about like changing the axis of the game, like just a different axis to the game. Like I think about like Project Wide Awake or something like that, that gives us kind of okay, hey, you can chump block maybe twice, but you're not going to do it all game. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's just like this fun thing where it's like she's going to pile threat on, and you can do what you need to do to get rid of it, but there may be consequences to it, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, there's some pretty bad consequences too, but yeah, some of them are just attachments or whatnot. But like, and then there's that one that's like it prevent all the damage and then just does it right back to you. What if you're doing that big attack?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you for 9. Oh wait.
well, I love the aim grunt, that it's like, if that's the prep card, it's like you just put the grunt and play with you, and then you resolve the attack against the grunt. I just love the idea of her just like shoving fucking like peons in front of you, just like, here, go fucking fight this superhero. You're just a fucking bitch. Just get out there and try your best.
Yeah, dude, that's terrific. I mean, she's so like the hero too. The hero at Black Widow. It's just neat. Like
They did a great job.
they really did.
So, when they announced, well, they didn't announce it, but when we kind of started to figure out that the next box is going to be Civil War, I was a little bit bummed that we weren't getting the Fantastic Four leak thing that everybody was kind of sharing around. But they did this so well. It's kind of exciting to see what they're going to come up with, because it feels like, what could they do with a Captain America villain or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh, that would be cool.
They did such a great job with this, kind of swapping up the roles for Black Widow, which I know it's not. I know this isn't Natasha. This is her. I don't know, Florence Pugh, whatever her name is.
Yeah, one of the other widows.
Yeah, that pale little spider.
Yeah.
So I think it was super well
No,
done.
I'm fine with them. Yeah, I'm fine with them. I believe
in
in them. They'll make fun packs.
This was a really fun opening scenario where it was just like, I didn't appreciate it when I was playing Maria Hill, because I was just like, well, she's stunned and confused all the time.
Did you do that? Okay. I have. You said you had a bad Nick Fury run with her, right? You lost?
Yeah.
I almost lost with Maria Hill.
How?
Because of that. So I get the Pericles, right? And I flip up, and I gave her whatever.
Stun.
No, I flipped. I was staying down.
Okay, so
I
you
gave her
confused
confused.
Yep.
Yeah. And I get that acrobatic one or whatever that makes you flip to hero.
Oh, yeah. Change the hero
So, like,
form,
everything
and then she
I
attacks
did
you with
was
an
to
additional
prevent-
boost.
Yeah, everything I did was to prevent while I was an alter ego, and she just flipped up and hit me anyways.
Nice. And then you couldn't go grab, because you're planning on getting a second big ass helicarrier out too, weren't you?
Yeah. Like, it totally just.
Wow.
Like, I made it through. I won, but like there was like a moment where I was like, oh,
That's pretty neat.
this Pericles didn't work like I thought it was going to be. Everybody saying it's just, you stops the game. I'm like, dude, I almost died.
Some of my favorite games, and the very next hero I played through the campaign with that was outside of the box was Cyclops, and I had a really great Zemo game with him. But some of my favorite things is when you sit down with a plan, like, you're like, okay, this is how I'm going to handle this scenario. I'm going to stay down turn 1, or I'm going to, make sure I keep tough statuses on the board so I can deal with his high attack, whatever it is. You come in with a plan, and then it just gets absolutely shit on 2 turns in, and you're like, I don't know. I'm just going to keep playing cards until I die or win. And it's just like that constant struggle makes for the best games, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude. It was just such a surprise because like it says it even gives you an additional boost card.
Yeah.
What does she have? She has like 9 health, right?
Yeah, Maria Hill has 9
I
health.
think I got a 3 and like a 2, and she has a 1. I was like, I got hit for 6. I had 3 health, and I was like, oh my, what? Pericles didn't do squat, y'all. What is this?
Oh God, that's great.
I mean, I immediately got to go down the next hand, and she already had the confused on it. But like, I gave it the stun that time. I was like, you can't. Nothing's happening this time.
Everybody's
You're stunned and confused.
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth, right? So it's like
No, that's exactly what that was.
It's like that moment.
Wake up call.
Yeah. All right. Any other Black Widow thoughts?
No, she's cool. She's fun. I like her. Yeah, she's a little. I guess she's a little easy, but like I don't know. It's the first one. It's perfect.
Yeah. Agreed. Great introductory scenario. All right. Batroc, jumpy, kicky boy.
The leaper.
Dude, when I saw this, I was like, "Who the fuck is Batroc?" But hey, it's neat. It's good. It's cool to see what they can do with these. Just like I don't know. Would you even consider this guy a C tier villain? Like
honestly, like I don't even know much about him. So
twirly mustache boy.
Yeah.
So, but again, this is another one where they just do super well with the theme, right? Like you're sneaking around, and if he attacks, it's almost like you're sneaking through this embassy, and if he attacks you, like basically if he finds you, and then like if you start bringing allies to kind of help you in that fight, essentially like chump for you, then you're just going to set off the alarm bells. And I think that's
like
such
you're
a
leaving bodies on the ground. Yeah, they're gonna like you just defeated that minion. Like
Exactly. So they did a super good job with like the sneaking through feel. He's another one that's. You could say this about any villain that's not steady or stalwart. I mean, he's super prone to status effects, especially when like his whole thing is the alert level environment. If you can keep him stunned without attacking, then you can scoot through the embassy. But I love the like the forward tracking schemes. I love basically any scenario that has a forward tracking scheme like that. I think is fun. It's a fun change of pace.
Definitely. Yep, I agree with that 100%. And I like rescuing the captives. Do you try to rescue them all?
I always get 4 of them. I don't need 4 of them, but I always get 4 of them.
I'm not no man left behind.
Yeah. That bitch has got a fire hydrant, and she's going to open up a can of whoop ass on some aim guards. So
I mean, plus she's like a free for main threat. Like if you keep them, exhausted.
They come in exhausted, but basically by the time you go to flip, exactly. I don't know why, but I do. I always save them all. It's just like there's something in me where it's like I can't leave them behind.
That nice old lady, no man, I need her.
But he's got, he's got some interesting cards, and yeah, I think he's another solid one. I like the forward thinking scenario. I like the ally hate. He's got a couple. I can't think of them now, but he's got a couple ally hate cards, I think too, in his deck. So.
What about the vulnerable thing? You like that? On the minions and stuff?
I used it a lot, obviously, with Maria Hill, with Pericles, because you can do the villain and the minion, or,
that's
hero
right.
So I used it a lot with them. And then I used it a lot.
Because for this one, if you do that, it doesn't go a high alert level, right?
Yeah, they have some nasty when defeated effects, like raise the alert level. I know, like, MODOK has Scientist Supreme. They go to the victory display unless you use the vulnerable on them, and then their other cards can get boosted based off victory display stuff. So
yep.
I struggled to use it in other heroes like a Jubilee or something like that, because you got to go do damage and then you get the stun, or you got to go remove threat and then you get the confused.
Okay.
And so like it was
because then you're doing damage and then eating them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And so it felt like really, really wasted cards. One I played Cyclops through in Professor X. I actually triggered vulnerable like 3 or 4 times on my playthrough with him, because he can stun the minion. That's one of the things he can do. And so
that's right. Yep.
It was honestly sometimes more worth it to me to get rid of the minion than to confuse the villain. So I did use it quite a bit. What about you?
No, I liked it. I thought it was neat. I used it a lot, definitely in Batroc, because I didn't want the alert level to go up, so I was just vulnerable and just eat them.
Yep, the embassy guard.
Yep. But no, I thought it was a neat little thing. I don't know. It's just weird to like. It's just kind of for these. It feels like for these.
It'll be interesting to see like how they work it in from here on out. I
Yeah,
think
that's what I was thinking.
it's a cool mechanic. I think it's a really cool
Because you
mechanic.
can
So
add some of the aim modulars. You can add to have vulnerable, and you can add them to other, I guess, villains. But
yep, yep,
this is neat. I liked it.
yep. I like Batroc. Batroc. Don't have anything bad to say about
Yep, he
him.
was good. Yeah,
Solid.
yeah, I know.
He's gonna find his way
Honestly.
through the rotation.
Yep.
All
I think
right,
so.
Modoc. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
I like MODOK.
Me too. The one thing I'll say with Modoc is like depending on what allies you get, like first and second, he can
You
get
told me this.
rapidly easier or harder as you save those allies. Like
Your first playthrough, you said that one. The what's it? The
the psionic, yeah, the psionic
Psionic was
inhuman
last.
was last. That was because I was like, okay, like, which don't get me wrong, all of the rescued allies are stupid good, and as especially in solo, as you rescue them, the game just kind of gets easier and easier. But
Yeah.
I rescued, yeah, the psionic one last, and I'm reading through. It's like so he's got a 1-1. All these other ones have at least a 2 in one of their stat bars. I'm like, holy shit! He removes a lock counter when it's like, what the fuck? That would have been nice to have first instead of dead last when there are no more lock counters left. So that was actually kind of fun to get that. That it's never the same, especially if you get if you get him last instead of first because he could really
No,
ramp up.
that's what it was. I had the opposite. I had him first, and I was like, "Oh, so all these guys have a cool little bonus to help you later." It's like
No, just him.
just him. I was like, the first, next one I flipped, I was like, "Oh, this one doesn't have it. Okay, well, maybe the next one will. Maybe it's two of them." It's like, nope. I just got lucky and got that dude first.
That is bananas because yeah, by the time you rescue like 3 of them, I mean, they don't count against your ally limit. They all have good stats or do something really really cool like psionic.
Yeah, they have good health and they're
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
So they can kind of stabilize the board really easily. I think this is a good scenario. There's just it can get kind of easy as you rescue the allies, in my opinion. Like they had a chance to make him a little bit nastier, I think, with just in a solo game, it's just the allies have such a big board impact to me where once I save 2 of them, I can usually just outpace the scenario. But I love the adaptoids. I think that's such a cool thing they did there.
yeah, it's neat. And I like the even their environments are cool. So
Yeah, being
it
able
gives all them
to
stuff.
being so I played Cyclops against this, and the one that gives him tough, and then getting his visor out that gives his thing piercing. Oh my god, that was a lot of fun. Just shitting on adaptoids as they came out with Cyclops was really cool.
I will say the one thing once again. I think Nick Fury and Maria Hill were designed for this because like he's got retaliate, and like it just doesn't matter for either of them because his 2 big attacks are range, and then hers are pretty much all deal damage.
Yeah, retaliate 2 is nasty, and it's basically like to the point where like yeah, you can't use allies to attack him because he's just going to shit through an ally real quick.
Yeah, one hit ally, pretty much.
Because like I was playing Cyclops, and I would get like Psylocke, the aggression ally, out, and it was like you got to hit him to go get the confused. But it's like if I hit him, well then she's toast, and it's like I spent
Yeah.
4 resources to get this really expensive ally out, and now I'm only getting like half the money's worth. So it's like, oh man,
I did think MODOK was harder once I played outside of Maria Hill and Nick Fury
yeah
for the retaliate and to retaliate 2.
that retaliate can get really nasty. You know who would trivialize the scenario too? I bet Domino.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah, she's got ranged, and then I bet she can
Maybe-
just. She's got all those wilds, so she can just kind of pay off the locks on the cells as she
Oh,
kind of.
because it's all just one resource, wild resource, right? For
So
all of them.
no. So Sarah Garza's a single wild resource, and then like the other ones are different, but you can spend them. It's not printed, right? It just says spend a mental resource, so you can spend a wild as a mental.
Oh, okay,
as long
that's
as it
right. That
doesn't
makes
say
sense.
printed. So I bet she could kind of breeze through it.
Well, now I'm gonna have to do that.
Any other
But
any other lasting thoughts on
no,
on
honestly, they seem to ramp up. They seemed fine. Like I liked 1, I liked 2, 3 was just as good.
yeah.
4, that's the one where I have a little different thoughts.
Yeah, I'm looking through Modoc's cards real quick, and yeah, I feel pretty good about him. But yeah, Thunderbolts. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on Thunderbolts real quick.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've done solo. I've heard he's just better in multiplayer, but like, yeah, just the solo. Just I mean, Citizen V or whatever. He doesn't even do anything until you're just not even worried about him. You're not worried about the main villain until you deal with the other Thunderbolts, which I guess is the whole point of it. Like Thunderbolts is a team, but it's just weird to like, and they switch out and they heal. They switch out and they heal. I mean, it's all fine, I guess. I don't mind it, but I was confused a little trying to figure out when they switch, how they switch, when they heal, when they don't.
Yeah, the rules can be convoluted, and I just you can kind of just let one rot and just build up a. I mean, basically every time I play it, I'm just building a board state until I can nuke an entire Thunderbolt in one turn because I'm not going to risk putting it back into the whatever the justice is like lightning or whatever and having it heal. So it just
Yeah, I had the same thing. I just wanted to, if I wanted to go, if I was going to attack, I wanted to end it. Just over, be done.
and so it was like,
So I agree.
and then you got Citizen V sitting there, yeah, doing literally nothing. And it just felt like I don't know, would it have been so overtuned to like have it where he activates and then, every other turn the other one. I don't know. It felt very like they were onto something with it, and then it just kind of got tuned weirdly, and it just falls a little bit flat for me. And
Hey, I'm with you on that one. I don't know. Maybe I need to play him more, or maybe I need to do two handed. I just don't know much on that one.
so I was playing. Was this my Cyclops game? I can't remember who I was playing with. Maybe Nick Fury, and I pulled this card, Innocent Bystanders, which is an obligation. So uses 4 bystander counters. Force response after you attack an enemy or an enemy attacks you. Either spend 1 resource of any type or place 1 threat on the main scheme to threaten expert mode and then remove 1 bystander counter from here. I pulled 2 of those bad boys. And so basically every time I attack somebody, I had to either dump 2 cards from my hand or I had to uh, I had to put 4 threat on the main scheme, and it I wasn't losing the game. I wasn't in danger of losing the game, but it ground the game to an absolute screeching halt. It was like, oh god, attack 1, dump my hand, maybe get to play 1 more card, in my turn, do it all again the next round. Okay, maybe I've got enough threat removal, go put 4 threat on. It just ground it to an absolute screeching halt, and it just turned it into such a slog. I literally just put the game up because like I'm not having fun anymore. So I was like, you know what, I don't want to
Nice.
play this. So it, it's a cool idea, and I like the really chunky minions that they're putting in. But I just
Oh, yeah,
think,
that was the other thing I was going to ask you. Do you like all the minions? Because they're even coming in the future packs too.
yeah, I think I just wish they didn't put too many. Like I wish they didn't put one in every single pack. I'd rather have cool aspect cards or just a different mod set in general. Something other than this many Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I guess we're getting 4 more. I guess technically. So
Yeah, so I
with
mean,
each pack,
I don't know. I don't know how much I see myself playing
just
with
throwing them in other villains.
agree. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how much I'm going to be doing that. What about you? I mean, do you see yourself putting in, hard sound
I
into
mean, right now I have because they're just new. So yeah, but I don't know as like time goes on, am I gonna like go back to like I'm gonna go play Mach 4 with Radioactive Man? Like I don't know, but they're fun. Like I like them. They keep on coming back, and it gets annoying. Don't get me wrong. And
yeah,
they're
so
chunky.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, most of the time, like I said, I'm just not going to attack until I got lethal, and then I'll do it, and then I'll just kind of.
I mean, it's like playing two villains, pretty much. Like they have villainous, right? So it's
Yeah, but you don't. But the main scheme is pretty generous because most of them only have like one or two scheme, and so it's like I don't know. I just rarely have trouble with them all that much. They're in the game today, you've got to have something that kind of keeps the pace with you because like Black Widow has her preparations. Batroc, you can't chump. Modoc's got retaliate. Here, I can stun and confuse freely. I can chump if I want to, and they're not scheming very hard on a pretty high threat threshold. So I kind of just get to do what I want until my board state's good enough, and I just nuke the situation from orbit, and the game's over.
yeah. I guess that's kind of what I just don't understand Citizen V because he just sits there and does nothing until
Yeah, it just feels like don't even put Citizen V there. Just put one of the minions out as the main
it
villain,
should
and
have been
then
like like on the run or something, right? Is that the game where
yeah,
you just
yeah, on
feels
the
like
run.
they tried to do something like that but different, and
Yeah, I mean, heck,
it's just fine. Like it's fine. It's like it's a fine scenario still. It's just
yeah, it feels a little bit like the Age of Apocalypse campaign where it was just like, hey, I'm happy that they're like trying new spaces, but it fell flat for me.
yeah. I agree. It's
That's
yeah.
okay.
I
That's
just didn't
okay.
understand it because like I was like he doesn't do anything at all if this person's here, right? And then they switch and they have to keep track of where the health is and who's where. I was like,
Yeah, and then
but
it was I can't remember if it was Songbird or Moonstone I played first, and they had a card that was like attached to Songbird. I'm just gonna say it's Songbird. I can't remember which one. And it's like if she's in play, if she's not attached to the villain, and it's like they lose Stalwart, and the next time they're stunned or confused, discard this card instead. And I was like, oh, this whole time these minions were supposed to have Stalwart. And so I'm looking it up and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh no, they're not. This is just this one card. And so like that's what I thought I was missing for the longest time. I was like, oh, I misread something somewhere, and these minions weren't supposed to be, like on the run in expert mode.
yeah,
The minions gain steady. So I thought I was missing something like that. I wasn't. It's just so.
yeah. It's just like just deal with this minion, deal with the minions, so then you can hit Citizen V. And I mean, it's all right.
All right,
Just
you ready to talk
moving
about
on.
the granddaddy of them all,
The big boss. Let's do it.
Big Daddy, Mr. Zemo?
What'd you think?
I
Because this is like you actually got to use the campaign stuff, kind of finally. I
well,
guess.
yeah. The cool thing is like the campaign really culminated in the last battle, which I think is really, really neat. But it's totally fine standalone as well. Because I was worried when we were reading about all this stuff, as you get kind of snippets through the news article. I was worried that it was going to be one of these things where it's like you kind of felt like you had to go through the campaign to get the most out of the Baron Zemo fight. But I think it's silky smooth, just standalone inside the scenario as well. Have you played them outside of campaign?
Yeah, I did it with Phoenix, but yeah,
Yeah,
it was
silky
just as
smooth.
fine.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
my first time without it because I did both Nick Fury and Maria through campaign, and I was like, yeah, how's this gonna play when like I've already gotten like 4 pieces of evidence or whatever by then.
Right. Yeah, so from that like the Clue-esque type gameplay, I think it's super cool. It's like super puzzly and interesting. How you go about paying off those tokens on the environments. It's like, do you go if those treacheries are in there, they're going to put the counters on them. And so it's like, do you spend your money early board building out your board state, or do you want to go try to get some of these counters off and start looking for evidence? So it's almost like it's just like the theme is probably one of the most thematic fights in all of Marvel Champions, in my opinion, because it's like, do you work on kind of like building up your hero, or do you start digging up that evidence to try to, figure out who the mole is inside of Shield to like be able to bring down Zemo? And so it's just like I don't know. It feels so good fighting Zemo. He's a hard fight. He's a hard fight.
Dude, he
Um,
is. He's hard. And when you flip him,
you got to be ready for that sword, dude. Got to be ready
that
for that
sword,
sword.
yeah, dude. And he schemes for 4, and That's what's bonkers. That was what was hard for me with
Yeah,
Nick Fury. It's just like he was scheming for 4.
but you know what? You know who don't give a fuck about that sword? You know who don't give a fuck about that sword?
Sunfire.
Sunfire don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about that sword. He's like, give me that. No,
Just grabbing this thing and yeeting it, boy.
but I literally I was playing him just the other night, and like, oh yeah, just had this huge drawn out battle and scraped the win out. I lost once, and then the second time came back and just eked the win out. And oh my god, dude, uh, it was just I pulled like Mr. Sinister, standard 3 environment pop 3 times on me. I mean, it was just, I mean, an
Dang.
absolute knockout, drag down fucking fight to the end. And I got done and I was just reading every single one of his encounter cards. They are all, I mean, just thematic home runs. I mean, just truly like, hold on, I've got the cards here. Go through some of them. So,
Hit me up.
Battle of Wits is like his is his he's got an extra activation, his scheme. But it says, when revealed, Baron Zemo's schemes. If this activation would place any threat on the main scheme, you may spend X mental resources to prevent X of that threat and remove X secret counters from among board members. And so you're truly having this battle of wits, right? Like you have to spend the mental resources. So it's like he's got these brutal cards that can lose you the game, but they also leave you these gameplay outs that can actually be helpful in the long run.
I know. I was reading. I was like, "Wait, is this? I'm reading all these cards right? Because some of them are like, it seems kind of helpful."
And then so it's like he's got these like treacheries that it's like, yeah, if you get the shitty hand or you don't want to dump your hand, you can. There's all these counterplay moves like, might makes right. Hero in the hero form, it's he attacks you, and if no one takes damage, then you get to remove 3 secret counters. It's like that Magog where it's like you're showing off with your fancy defense. It's like you got that.
You're showing off for these board members.
It's like you finally get that moment where it's like you get to show your physical prowess versus Zemo, and it feels so good. But uh, I think the number one card, and I don't know if you know what I'm going to say, but the number one card in his encounter deck, I've pulled it twice now, and every time I'm just like, holy fuck, that's amazing.
No, I can't tell you off the top of my head. I can't think of it.
Reluctant Foe. It's an attachment.
Oh, the one where it turns your hero.
Yeah,
right.
when revealed,
That's
search
right.
your collection for a hero whose title does not match a character in play and put it into play engaged with you. Attach this card to it, and it gives them basically villainous. And their thwart is their scheme. When I'm sleeving, I'm like doing other stuff. I'm listening to music, watching a movie or whatever. I'm just sitting there sleeving. I'm not really reading the cards. And so I never saw that card until I played Baron Zemo.
Nice.
Literally the first time I played Baron Zemo with Maria Hill. And I pulled that card and I read it like 4 fucking times. I'm just sitting there like, are you fucking shitting? I gotta go find a hero in my box? I gotta open my box? So that blew me away. I think that's so amazing.
Who do you choose?
So in that game, I was like, well, I just want to win. And so I picked Quicksilver because he only has 9 health and all his stats suck.
I do wish there was some kind of way they could have made it like not just me choose, but I don't know how they could have done that. But like,
you can kind of, they could have, I guess, said selected at random if they wanted to be really funny about it. But like,
yeah, but that would be. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just go to a hero selector and just hit random.
I think I will next time because I'm too much of a weenie to like go get like.
If I'm struggling with the game, I'm like, no, I'm gonna go get Gambit.
Yeah, I got Jubilee the second
time. He got 9
time.
health.
Yeah, Jubilee's a 1/19. So so it's like I'm always going for like the weenie heroes as far as stats. So it's like I need to fucking buck up a little bit and do like
go get Hulk and never go down,
or go get Phoenix and get schemed out of this ass. Like just scheme out the ass. So I mean. I mean, Hulk has 18 health points. That would suck.
3 attack.
3 attack, villainous. I mean, you got another hero. I mean, it's basically he's a fucking Thunderbolt at that point. Hulk.
Yeah, for sure.
Founding member of the Thunderbolts. But yeah, I mean, I was just reading through every single card, and there's just not a miss in that encounter deck. The kind of mini clue game to start it off, and then. What I love is like
they kept it a secret too. That's what I thought was neat. Like from us, from like the people. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't know what the fifth villain was too for a while.
Yep. Yep. And then, like you said, like when you flip him, fucking get ready, because if
Oh,
you're
dude,
not
it's rough. I was not ready
ready
that first time.
if you're not ready, he can fucking blow your ass up. So, I think he's probably my favorite of the box.
Ooh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot, I have the favorite. Oh, gosh. I think MODOK might be mine right now.
I like MODOK a lot. I'm a sucker for like saving allies.
Yeah, I love going and getting them out of the holding cell. It's fun. But I do actually, I like them all, honestly. I like Black Widow. I think she's neat. I like Batroc. Thunderbolts is alright.
I like them all except Thunderbolts, if I'm just being brutally honest.
I need to do two-hand through Thunderbolts, see how that goes.
I don't think it's going to help it. Just being brutally honest. But I think Baron Zemo is my favorite, and I don't normally tend to play like the harder villains all that much. But man, I don't know. It's just every card is just like, oh my god, this is a home run. This is a home run card. Even though like something bad is happening to you, it's just like the theme is just being pushed through, and you know it just feels like you're there. So really,
I just like how it's not like oppressing either. Like, you're fine. Like, you can still find a way out, it feels like. So I like that. But it's really hard, but it just seems like you can win still.
yep. Cool, man. Well, that is all 5 scenarios. So you're taking MODOK as your favorite scenario?
Right now, I'm sure it'll change, but right now I like MODOK. I think I've played Black Widow the most.
Yeah, I mean,
she's like a nice little warm up. I like her. She's fun.
Yeah, she's a quick warm up game. She's a good kind of tester scenario where like she doesn't hit all that hard unless like I think there's one hit some of the preparations that do damage, but I think overall this is a super solid box. I'm excited for the rest of the wave.
Yep, I'm excited.
And I mean, one of my favorite things is like getting the new heroes and then taking them back through the last expansion. So you get to revisit them with all sorts of different looking heroes and strengths and weakness heroes. So I'm excited to see how like kind of our opinions grow from here.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have to do it after all 4 heroes come out.
Hell yeah.
Talk about it again.
A review. We'll do another hour and a half. Review, redo. Any final thoughts, man, on the box? Like, how many of these? So, okay. I've got a rotation of probably 10 to 15 heroes and 10 to 15 scenarios that I play like the most, like the majority of the time. Both heroes and scenarios, how many of these go into the rotation?
I think Nick Fury's going to be in it for me a lot.
Okay.
Rotation for villains, I'll probably do Black Widow and honestly Batroc and MODOK probably a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Baron Zemo. I just think he's just like, I think he'll probably be in there. He'll be my tough guy I choose. I don't know. I usually choose a couple. I like tough guys, easy ones, beginning ones.
Yeah, I think my scenarios are a little bit wider rotation. I think. I mean, I there's not many scenarios I just truly shy away from. Like Ronin, Nebula, Venom, Goblin,
Loki. I don't know.
Loki. Obviously, I forget Loki exists. Honestly, I really do. The Hood, I'm not super crazy about because it's either just going to be an absolute shit show or
it's over after I set all that up.
Yeah. Well, I pulled 6 mods out of the box and now I've got to put them the fuck away. Cool. Like the when they did the one shots, the weekly one shots, I think we need to go back and find the text because I was playing like Jubilee and I was like, okay, I'm setting him up, and I think I literally texted you like 15 minutes later and I was like, I'm done, he's dead. And it was just like, that was kind of neat, but I don't want to put all this shit away now.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I don't play Adam Warlock, because I'm lazy.
Oh, all the
I don't want to fucking pull all that shit out.
All the different aspects.
Yep. I don't like counting, and so...
I mean, that's pretty much what you said when you did the campaign. You're like, I don't want to write down shit. It's like, I mean, all you're doing is just like, I just scratched off the thing. That's all I did. I wasn't even writing. I was just drawing a line through.
So wait, so do you need the do you need to like scratch shit off to be able to fucking tell who who the mole is?
Oh, you don't need to, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't need to, but
I can usually eyeball
I printed off. I printed off because I was like, yeah, I didn't know anything about the campaign yet. But yeah, all you do is just like scratch. I was like, no, you don't really need to write anything down. I could remember his health from the last game. It wasn't that big a deal. It's like whatever.
And honestly, yeah, that's the other thing is like I don't like tracking my health across scenarios. I'm just like, just give me my fucking health back. Don't be a bitch about this. So, well, cool. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This is going to sound contradictory, but I don't know if Maria Hill or Nick Fury both go into like my heavy hero rotation. Just because Maria Hill's so strong, and I've got to be in the mood for just like fucking dicking a villain. Yeah,
that's kind of how I have. I love her; she's awesome. But yeah, I have the same thought. I'm like, yeah.
Yep. And Nick Fury, you know, I'm excited to play some more games with him and really try to get him figured out. But he just doesn't get my jimmies going like other heroes, you know. And I like puzzly heroes. Magic's probably my favorite hero, or top 3 favorite heroes, and she's extremely puzzly. But for some reason, just Nick Fury doesn't get the jimmies rustled the same way. So scenarios: Black Widow, Bad Frog, Modog, even Baron Zemo. I mean, I can all 4 of those.
Yeah, honestly, all 4 of those, I could see them coming in easily.
And then
Thunderbolts.
Honestly, Thunderbolts is probably a skip for me. Like even my Cyclops. I said I did a Cyclops Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. playthrough. I skipped Thunderbolts.
Did you?
Yes. So it was Nick Fury. I probably like Thunderbolts like 4 times now. And the last time was when I pulled two innocent bystanders, and it just turned into such a slog. I was just like, "Fuck this."
Honestly, you know what I could see? I could see just whenever the new hero comes out, I'm gonna slot in the new Thunderbolt, and that'll be the next time I play it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. With new Thunderbolts, I guess I should give it another shot. But again, it's like, I mean, you just pick the less nasty of the two, and keep him out, and leave the other one just kind of on the environment. And
yeah, it just seems like you're just kind of stalling stuff and just waiting till you're set up, and then you just smoke the guy and then smoke the hero or the villain, and you're just like, yep.
I think you're right, but it would be cool to get it in multiplayer where everybody's kind of dealing with something a little bit different. That would be fun.
I gotta. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling myself I gotta do a 2-handed with it just to see.
I think you got to do 4-handed solo.
Oh my god! Have you ever?
You got to get the full experience.
2? Have you?
2-handed?
You done like a 3-handed? No, more than 2.
Oh no, God no! I'm not a masochist.
Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, no, I've never done a 3 or 4. And I'm like,
I was just complaining.
Say, oh yeah, I've done that. I'm like, no.
I was just complaining. Nick Fury is too hard for me to play, and you think I've played 3-handed? I've heard some people say like, yeah, they'll just play 4 decks and they'll like walk around their table and like just play a hand, move to the next chair.
Table, right? Like,
I don't have a table big enough. Like
I like to play upgrades. Like
I know,
no room,
and I just like my shit looking crisp on the table. You know, like exactly. It's got to have space.
These look flush.
Yes, exactly. It's like everything's got to be lined up real nice. Dude, you ever see like some pictures like somebody posted? Like we have a mutual person who's maybe sent some pictures of some Marvel Champions setups that they have. It's just nasty, man. It's like, what are you doing?
I'm like vomiting on the screen.
I get my square out of the garage. I get my fucking square out of the garage. I make sure my shit's crisp, 90 degrees from the fucking table edge.
Dude, it does. It's like kid will come over and like knock a thing. I'm like, oh my god, I can't.
Oh god,
I have to fix this.
Yep. It's like no, dude. Like I'll see some people like post like, oh, I just beat fucking whatever. You know, they'll post it on I don't know Reddit or whatever, and you're just like,
yeah.
My brother, you got to straighten up those cards because it's hurting my soul.
Like a strong wind come through?
Yeah.
Like, is this how you play?
God. They're just like hands like all over the fucking table, and they're like
and they're not sleeves sometimes.
Oh god! Oh.
Anyway. Buy some cheap stuff. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay. Don't even say you don't care because I sleeve my Lord of the Rings collection in Sleeve Kings, and then when you came over and played, you were like, "Oh my god, what are these shit sleeves you use?"
Whoa! I say other people can handle it. I can't. Me personally, that stuff. No, man, that
I'm,
stuff stuck once, and I was like, no.
I will say, like, I don't mind cheap sleeves really all that much, but I did thought I had lost an Elven Light because it got stuck to the back of a card I never played, and I was like searching through my whole collection
Oh,
looking
just
for it.
search the whole. Dude, I've done that. It sucks.
It's brutal.
Panic, just panic.
When
search.
it like sometimes like when they slide under like another set of cards, you know, like it's truly just like laying flat.
Yep.
And it's just like, oh god,
Oh god.
it's so scary. It's like you lost your
Especially
child.
nowadays, I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm not gonna be able to buy that card again.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Stuff's out of print.
Now you're making me panic, dude. Now I'm like, I gotta need to go look through my collection again.
Make sure I got it all. Even my box of shame.
It's like when you're at like the grocery store and you're like picking out which fucking mayonnaise you want, and then you look down and like your kid's like just out of eyesight just a little bit, and you have just like that half second of just like, oh fuck, they got abducted, and then you like look 2 fucking feet further, and you're like, oh nope, there they are, there they are, they're still right there.
Yep, I know that thought.
So, all right, man. Well, we went way off the rails there at the end.
We did kind of. Cool.
To bring it back to Agents of Shield is good.
I enjoyed it a lot, honestly.
Yeah, had a fun time with my playthrough.
5 out of 5 on that bad boy.
So I'm excited. I was a little bit off the hype train when the F4 news came out, but honestly, when I pulled that fucking card from Baron Zemo and it was like, go search your collection for a hero and put it into play as a minion, I was like, I'm in. Like, because you know something like that is coming with Civil War.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see what it's like. Yeah.
And so it's just like that. Like
there ain't no reason to hate on them now. We don't know anything about it.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to be considered.
I'm
a
just
hater.
saying, like, yeah, in general.
You know, like when you go from like Fantastic Four to like Civil War, you know, it's just like there's like a little bit of like.
Well, because we haven't had any fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Civil feels
War
like
stuff. I guess
it's like that brand new car smell versus like here's a Honda Civic, and it's like, well, yeah, okay. So
that's
like
good. I like it.
The hype dies a little bit, but it's like, no, I think they're gonna.
I know. I'll be hype central when they do the first like reveal.
Exactly, dude.
I'll be like, yep, I'm on. Let's go.
Yeah, that's where I was at. It's like my hype died a little bit, and then Agents of Shield came out. Fucking loved it, and then yeah, I'm sure the first article I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I can't wait to play it.
I'll be texting you in the morning, Thursday.
Dude, you get them early. That's the shitty thing. Is like you get to wake up to it.
That's what I do.
It's like halfway through my day. I'm like in the middle of a meeting and like my phone's like I'm like, oh, fucking Peter must be in the Discord.
Like, it's Thursday. It's gotta be March.
Oh, man.
I do love Thursdays. I look forward to Thursdays a little more just because of it.
Yeah, it's just like, trust me, bro. Cool.
Well, it's fun.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. We thank everybody for listening. All of our patrons on our Patreon that we do not have. We appreciate
lots of money.
No, we do have an email address, stunnedandconfusedpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's stunnedandconfusedpodcast@gmail.com. Write us in. You know, Joe will build you a deck if you send an email.
I will. It'll be terrible, but I'll build it.
And Joe will build you a deck of your choice, and and publish it to Marvel CDB. His first published deck. If you send us some fan mail. So, yeah, we're excited. We're going to edit this episode and put it all out there for the world to see. So, any last thoughts, Joe?
Nope. Had fun. Agent Shield's great. Go get it if you have it.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.